Breaking news in the last couple of minutes as former WWE United States champion and a man who recently competed in a featured match against John Cena in his retirement tour at Saturday Night's Main Event, R-Truth has announced on social media that he has been released by WWE, with more information now coming out suggesting that WWE informed him that his contract would not be renewed. We've got all of the details and latest developments in this breaking news story. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrest News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling, and we've got some big breaking news this afternoon regarding the future or lack thereof in WWE of former WWE United States champion R-Truth, who just recently, as of about 8 days ago, competed against John Cena, the current undisputed WWE champion, in a featured match at Saturday Night's Main Event. He has been released by WWE. Now, R-Truth made the shocking announcement on social media today, that being Sunday, June 1st. He wrote, quote, you can see actually the tweet on the screen right now in the picture included with R-Truth. He said, quote, I'm sorry to inform you all, I just got released from WWE. I want to thank WWE for the ride, but mostly I want to thank each and every one of you who was along for the ride. Thank you for all the love, support, and appreciation you have given me over the years. Thank you. Now, initially, this post by Truth on social media was met with, as you would expect, some skepticism. I mean, he's been in WWE since 2008 until now, 2025. That's 17 years he's been with WWE, and this is his second run in the company. Of course, he was actually with WWE in the early 2000s too. So people thought, has he been hacked? Is this a case of him doing an R-Truth sort of stupid, dumb kind of work joke on social media? Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful quickly tweeted out, quote, the R-Truth tweet is accurate, not a hack or an accident. He will be leaving WWE when his deal expires. Now, further has come from Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, actually on a Fightful Select free post, who has said that this is indeed legitimate. R-Truth, Ron Killings, is indeed leaving WWE as the company will not be renewing his deal. Now, at the time, we don't really have any more details aside from that, but that WWE have chosen not to renew his deal. He has said that he has been released. We have seen this with a couple of other names recently that have been released by WWE. Of course, they have made several cuts recently. Some of them are because they've actually been released from their contract. Others have just been informed, we're not going to be renewing your contract. That was the same for the likes of Baron Corbin. It was the same for other talents as well that have recently been released, whereas they don't have to actually serve a 90-day non-compete clause. R-Truth will not have to serve a 90-day non-compete clause. In actuality, he'll just wait out the remainder of his contract. WWE are not going to renew it, and then he'll be leave to sign with anywhere and appear anywhere that he wants to do. But of course, it's an incredibly shocking development considering R-Truth was considered by many to be a WWE for lifer. R-Truth, as I mentioned, had had 2 runs with World Wrestling Entertainment. Initially, he started in the World Wrestling Federation back in 1999. He signed a developmental contract. He was under the name of K-Quick and eventually made his way to the main roster fairly quickly. He was promoted to the main roster in 2000, and he debuted on an episode of Raw is War. He was in a tag team with Road Dogg at the time. He didn't really actually last that long in WWE during his tenure. He was mainly a singles competitor and a mainstay on the Jacked show at the time, which is the equivalent of Main Event or something like that you would see nowadays. He did appear in the 2001 Royal Rumble. He was in the Hardcore division. He actually did win the Hardcore Championship before. But after that, he didn't really do all that much. And he was released by the WWF then in August of 2001. Now, he was then one of the early names in the NWA TNA, Total Nonstop Action. He appeared on the first weekly TNA pay-per-view on June 19th as K-Crush, and he was actually very successful there. He won the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, becoming the first ever recognized African-American NWA World Heavyweight Champion in the history. And then again, he had a very successful run during his time there in TNA Wrestling for several years. Eventually, though, he went back to WWE. He re-signed with WWE, formerly WWF, World Wrestling Federation, and debuted on the SmackDown brand in August of 2008. Again, this is a long time ago, 17 years ago, and has become a mainstay of the company ever since in a variety of different roles. Initially as a a mid-card babyface, winning the United States Championship, actually turning heel during a period of time as well in 2011, where he became the #1 contender for the WWE Championship, and actually feuded with John Cena during this period of time. This is when Little Jimmy became a big thing, and R-Truth turned heel. There's a famous time when they were in London and he smoked a cigarette, which is a banned in and actually against the law here in the UK, and he got fined for that. But actually, Vince McMahon said that he would pay that fine. As I mentioned, he was this heel character. He would do these references to Little Jimmy, which then became a sort of invisible character and what have you. He then teamed with The Miz to form the Awesome Truth. They actually peaked with a tag team main event against John Cena and The Rock at Survivor Series in 2011. But during that period of time, unfortunately for Truth, he actually got suspended for 30 days for violating the wellness policy. He later came back as a babyface, and really after that, he turned into the R-Truth gimmick and character that we've known for so many years, and he's played for pretty much the past decade, which has been the sort of bumbling buffoon, largely comedic, largely comical, often confused character that we've associated always him with WWE television. And because of that, and because he was such a mainstay, and has been with the company, as I mentioned, for 17 years, doing a variety of different roles, doing largely comedic stuff, whether it's being a multi-time 24/7 champion, or even recently teaming with The Miz once again to be the Awesome Truth and win the World Tag Team Championships. And as of 8 days ago, being a featured storyline with John Cena. Of course, it was a running gag in WWE that R-Truth, his childhood hero, was John Cena, despite being 5 years older than Cena. And in fact, the finish of Backlash, the finish of the Backlash Premium Live event, which John Cena was defending the WWE Championship against Randy Orton, R-Truth got involved in it. He prevented Orton from hitting the pump kick on Cena to allow Cena to recover and win the match. At the post-show press conference, they did an angle where Cena hit the AA to R-Truth through a table and led to a featured match at NBC's Saturday night's main event. Now, again, he was later defeated on the May 28th episode of SmackDown. He was defeated by JC Mateo, which is now his final match in WWE, but it certainly is a surprise, and it's a shock to many that R-Truth has been released by WWE, choosing not to renew his contract. So what are your thoughts on this big developing and breaking news? Of course, we get any more details as to the reason for why WWE has come to this decision, why WWE has decided not to renew his contract, R-Truth's reaction to it, if he's expected to continue wrestling, if he's expected to go elsewhere, whether it's back to TNA, whether it's to AEW or to somewhere else. We'll let you know all of the details in a future video, but let me know your reaction to this one in the comment section below. Let me know your opinions, your hot takes, all of the above. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As you can see right there, we're currently at 22,065 subscribers on that road to 25k. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Join the ever-expanding WNU, that being the Wrestling News Universe. You can also scan that QR code that you can see on the sidebar right there and join members of the WN365 roster. You get your badges, your emojis, and your exclusive members-only content. Again, we're going to have a lot of content coming up, a lot of breaking news, a lot more developments on this. Top 5 videos also planned with Money in the Bank coming next weekend. As you can see when you look at the sidebar in just a few seconds, we've got several upcoming watch-alongs and post-shows. That include AAA and WWE Worlds Collide next weekend, that being Saturday, June 7th. In addition to that, we'll also have WWE Money in the Bank. We'll have the Money in the Bank PLE. We'll have a watch-along and a post-show for WWE's latest premium live event, of course, set to feature a main event of John Cena, who recently faced R-Truth, teaming with Logan Paul to face Cody Rhodes and the World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso. So let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know your reaction to this. As I mentioned, if we get any more details, we'll let you know in a future video. But some shocking and breaking news, and nobody expected this. I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.